Hello and welcome to the Global Fashion Workshop channel. I remind you that we release a new video 3 times a week. In front of us is a fourth circle skirt. The skirt consists of one part. All of you have already seen how to make the skirt. It fits perfectly in spite of the fact that it's made of one part. And the good thing about this invention is that we cut it with the fold for a button placket. What do we have? We've got a skirt with fusible interfacing that is stitched up. Also, we overlocked the bottom and stitched the hem at 0.7 millimeters. So, it took about 30 minutes to make, and today I want to attach a waistband. Look here, I've got half of the skirt here. I'm going to notch it up. If you notice, the skirt is striped, and I wear striped clothes. But that's just a coincidence. I haven't gotten some clothes to change. So, this is the top edge of the skirt. Waist circumference is 92 centimeters. And here's the middle. Half of 92 centimeters is 46 centimeters. So, from the middle here, I need 46 plus 2 centimeters for the wrap. And also from this point, 46 centimeters plus 2. Here it is 48, and there it's also 48. We prepared the waistband. One side is overlocked. The side that's not overlocked, we're going to stitch it in now. I'm stitching on the seam to the middle. I'm going to put 48 centimeters here and 48 centimeters there. I've always preferred technological approaches over life hacks when we forget about sewing techniques. And there's 48 centimeters. 48 centimeters. We have a very long waistband. I'll trim it. Well, I'm not going to baste it in. Here's my mark, 48. I joined it together with this edge. I'm not going to baste, I'm going to stitch right away. Please remember that this part here is on bias. It's very easy to distort and stretch it. We will leave the overlocked edge of the waistband and pin the raw edge to the skirt. The most important thing is to measure everything well beforehand. Now, we will quickly finish the waistband, and you will understand how convenient it is to sew a fourth circle skirt, especially since I gave you a fresh approach on the fact that you could cut everything at once out of one piece. Fold with the seam allowance, which can serve as a button placket. Can you imagine how convenient it is? I've got a 48 centimeter mark here. Now I'm going to pin the second side. One more minute, and look. I've pinned the waistband. This is what it looks like. Some will want to pin it, some will baste it, it doesn't matter. What's important is that we have everything perfect. I'm going to correct it a little here. So let's start to stitch. The seam allowance is 7 millimeters. It took me 30 minutes to stitch these edges and the bottom. I'm sewing like Natasha already. Do you know why? Because Natasha is sitting right here in the studio and looking at me. That's why I'm sewing like Natasha. Otherwise, I'd be sewing all over the pins. And of course, the camera is looking at you, so that forces me to behave properly. I take literally 5 to 6 minutes to attach the waistband, pin, and stitch it. There's no need to remove the basting thread. So, I stitched it. Let's see what we've got. We will press the seam toward the waistband. Don't steam it too hard, just a light pressing. Cotton responds very good. I think that it's unfair to forget about a model as good as the 1/4 circle. I think you can make a lot of skirts out of it. Make sure you don't make a lot of wrinkles here. Look how beautiful it is. Now I'm going to press the waistband in place like this. It's simple, perfect.
Вот видите, я уже не точно поработала здесь, вот так вот. Прекрасно.
The skirt almost got its waistband. We cut off the excess and leave 1 centimeter from this edge. On the other side, I also leave 1 centimeter from the edge.
От края борта 1 сантиметр.
I'm going to use a sewing machine. Pay attention. We draw a line on 1/2 of the waistband. Not on the whole waistband, just a half. Extend this line. Keep it straight with the ruler to here. This is one line. Now, I turn it inside out exactly on the fold. Here we have a fold. And pin. Pin it exactly along the fold. Now I will show you how to remove the excess. After we stitch and turn out the waistband, here there has to be one line. Pay attention. I will start to stitch. I'll show you one corner because the second corner is done exactly the same way. From this point, before you start stitching, fold this part so that right here, the points where the skirt starts and the waistband ends meet at the same level. Look, everything matched perfectly here. Now I'm cutting it off here. I'm trimming one part of the waistband. I'm making different edges, leaving one smaller. I'm doing this to avoid any bulk here.
Это для того, чтобы у меня не создавалось сильно плотного такого вот.
The more unnecessary fabric you remove, the better it will be for our garment. Our task is to turn out the corner nicely. And of course, we're going to press it with the help of the ruler. This is how it looks like on the front side. And on the wrong side. You'll see that one line forms right there. Pay attention to it. Do you see? I've put a ruler next to the edge. It's a straight line. Now I'm going to prepare the second corner in the same way and start basting. It'll take a few minutes. Make sure that right here, all the seams edges were hidden inside the waistband. Be careful around these corners. I don't like it when something comes out of this place in the finished garment. It looks ugly. Now, we're only pressing the corners of the waistband. We're not pressing the waistband yet. So, we checked. Do you see? And the other side. Check it. Everything is perfectly straight. Just press those corners lightly. Let's go to a sewing machine. We will baste and stitch it. Of course, I know you can do it without basting, but let's baste it anyway. When you are basting, make sure that everything lays inside, flat without any bulge, and that the seam is covered, so everything stays perfect. I will tell you a secret. We have our hands for it. Look, I'm not basting it into the crease because I'll do it on the sewing machine. If you baste it into the crease now and after stitch it in the same place, you'll have a problem to get the basting threads out. It takes about 3 minutes to baste the waistband like this. I'll hold the waistband with the back of my hand, pull it all up, and check it. I don't do anything while holding it in the air. It's impossible to make a quality garment this way. If you learn how to sew such a skirt, you'll surprise people every day with a new one. The skirt is really good. That's the middle. Let's see how it looks. This is how our waistband looks like. The skirt, of course, is slightly flared. Remember, it has the quality on its own. You need to pay attention to that. Don't try to make it smooth here. The flare starts right from the waist. I'm going to baste it to the ends like this. It'll just take a couple minutes. It took me about 3 minutes to baste it. Well, maybe it took 15 minutes or 20 minutes with the waistband preparation, but no more than that. Look, the waistband is basted. Everything's perfect on this side and on the other side. And now I'm going to stitch. I like to stitch this kind of summer skirt all around. I top stitch this part, and most importantly, make the stitch on the top here as well, Because cotton is often washed, the fusible interfacing comes off in this fold. That's why I like to top stitch here, but now I have white thread, and that is why I'm not going to top stitch it here. Now I'll just stitch into the crease. Remember that it's good to stitch a cotton skirt not into the crease, but 1 millimeter higher along the waistband. You'll top stitch around the waistband and also 1 millimeter here on top. This will give a strength to the waistband, but I will make the stitch traditionally into the crease. Just one stitch and the waistband is ready. We need to work accurately till the end. The waistband is attached. We just remove the basting, press it, make the buttonholes, sew on the buttons, and wear it happily. I think you'll be happy to wear a skirt like this because it's gorgeous. It took just a little bit of time to make the fourth circle skirt and prepare everything before: the button placket, waistband, and you have a skirt in a matter of minutes. Then you can use your imagination. You can make an asymmetrical skirt or not asymmetrical. The most important thing is that you've got the method on how to do it. You can do it with a flare or a ruffle on the bottom, and so on. You may not make it with buttons all the way down. To each their own. Use your imagination and sew skirts like that for yourself. I think we can make a change on our everyday looks using these techniques of quick sewing. It's time to say goodbye. Click the like button and share videos on social media and subscribe to our channel. Thank you for watching. Paukštė Irina Mikhailovna and the rest of our team.